Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel Creative Hands by Shay. So in today's tutorial I will be showing you how to make a simple easy hair bonnet. So if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you will love this tutorial and you will be able to make one of your own, and also do go ahead and subscribe. So guys, this is the yarn that I will be using, and this one is the Red Heart Super Saver, and it has 482 yards on the skein, and it says here, it says size 4 medium weight acrylic yarn, and a recommended hook is a 5.5, which I will be using. So I will be listing more information about this tutorial in the description box, so make sure you check that out. So guys, let's jump in the video. Guys, to begin, we will start off by making a magic ring. So you can make your magic ring however comfortable you feel. I normally make it just like this, wrap it around my fingers, insert my hook, pull up a loop. Now that I have done so, I am going to go ahead and chain 2, and into this ring I am going to yarn over, and I'm going to place 14 double crochet. So if you don't know how to make a double crochet, you will yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. You will repeat that all the way until you have a total of 14 double crochet. So I'll see you at the end. Guys, now I have come to the end, and I'm just going to go ahead and tug on my tail end. So now what you're going to do is you are going to slip stitch on top of your first double crochet. Now we have completed row 1. You're going to yarn over, and you're going to chain 2 again. Into that same stitch you're going to place 2 double crochet. So that's 1 and 2. Into the next stitch you're going to place also 2 double crochet. So into each and every stitch around you will be placing 2 double crochet. So continue to do this all the way around, and you should have a total of 28 stitches at the end. So I'll see you there. Guys, now I have come to the end, and I have a total of 28 stitches. Make sure that you have 28 stitches. You can do a stitch count to make sure that you have your correct amount of stitches. Now you're going to slip stitch on top of your first double crochet, and you are going to go ahead and chain 1 and 2, and on that double crochet that you just slip stitch on, you are going to yarn over, and you're going to place a front post double crochet. Into the next stitch, which is right here next to it, you are going to place 2 double crochet. So that's 1 and 2. So that's 2 double crochet in the same stitch. Into the next stitch, which is here, the third stitch, you're going to put a front post double crochet. And into the following stitch you're going to place 2 double crochet, and you're just going to basically repeat this all the way around. So we just finished off our 2 double crochet. Now into the next stitch we are going to do a front post. So you can see the pattern coming on. So go ahead, continue to make your 2 double crochet after your front post into both stitches. So 2 double crochet in both stitches, yarn over, go in the next stitch, you will make a front post. So repeat this all the way around, and I'll see you at the end. So now I have come to the end, and I have a total of 42 stitches. Now you're going to slip stitch on top of your first double crochet, which is technically your front post double crochet. Now you're going to chain up 2, and where you have your front post double crochet there, you're going to yarn over, and you're going to do a front post. Into the next stitch beside this front post you are going to place another front post. into the next stitch, which is the third stitch, you're going to do an increase by placing 2 double crochet into that stitch. So that's 1 and 2. So now we are at our next front post. You are going to make a front post where you have a front post. And then into the next stitch, you're going to make another front post. So this is going to be the sequence for row 3. You will do 2 front posts and then followed by 2 double crochet in the next stitch. 1 and 2. Yarn over, you have a front post here, you will do a front post. And then in the next stitch, you will make another front post. So you have 2 front posts. And then into the next stitch, you're going to place 2 double crochet. Repeat this all the way around until you get to the end, and I'll meet you there. Make sure you don't miss any of your stitches. So guys, now I have come to the end and I have a total of 56 stitches. Slip stitch on top of your first front post double crochet there. Now you are going to go ahead and chain up 2, yarn over, and on that front post double crochet, you will place a front post double crochet. Where you have the next front post double crochet, you will place another front post double crochet. And on your next stitch, your third stitch, you're going to place 2 double crochet in that stitch. So you're double crocheting on top of the stitch. Into the fourth stitch, you're going to place just 1 double crochet. Front post, you will do front post. So that's 2 front posts. So 1 here and the other 1 here. Now in the next stitch, you will place 2 double crochet in the same stitch, followed by 1 double crochet in the next. So now we're back where our front post is. You will just do a front post double crochet where you have the front post. In the next one, front post, and just basically repeat the same step all the way around. So 2 double crochet in the same stitch here. It's 1 and 2. Into the next, you will just place 1 double crochet there. And then you have your front post where you will do front post. Repeat this all the way around and I'll see what guys. Now I have come to the end and this is what our work looked like so far. So I have a total of 70 stitches. So moving forward, we're just slip stitching on top of our front post double crochet there, chain up 2, 1 and 2, yarn over, and where you have your front post, you will go ahead and do front post double crochet. So 2 front posts. So you have your 2 front posts here. And then into the next stitch beside your front post, you're going to place 2 double crochet there. And this is how you're going to start your row each time you end off. And you will always be increasing into the first stitch after your 2 front post double crochets. So once you increase there, then you will just place 1 double crochet on top of the next 2 stitches, and then once you reach to your front post, you will do your front post double crochet. So again, you will always increase in the first stitch there. So after your 2 front posts, you will increase in your first stitch there. So technically that will be your 3rd stitch when you're starting. So there it is. So now I just did my 2 front posts there, and now I'm going to increase into my next stitch. So that's 1 and 2 double crochet in the same stitch, and then we're just going to do 1 double crochet in the remainder stitches until we get to our next front post. So now we're at our front post again. You're just basically going to continue making front post double crochet on top of each front post. Again, we are at our next stitch where you will place 2 double crochet to increase. Now you will do 1 double crochet and 1 double crochet. So there it is. So you're just basically repeating this all the way around, and you're going to repeat this until your work measures about 10 inches in width. And once I am there, then I'll meet back with you. So continue to make your front post where you have your front post. So 2 front posts, and then followed by an increase in the next stitch. So the 1 and 2. See, 2 double crochet in the same stitch, and then 1 double crochet here, 1 double crochet here, and then you are back where your front post is. So you will notice that your work starts to get bigger and bigger, but you will always increase into the first stitch after your 2 front post double crochet. So repeat that all the way around, and I'll see you at the end. So now I have come to the end of making my row here, and I'm just going to slip stitch. And instead of doing 10 inches, I did 12 inches in width. So from here to here, it is measuring 12 inches across. So that is where I am going to stop, and now I am going to work on having the hat start to curve in. So what we're going to do is we are not going to do any more increases. So you're just going to go ahead and make your front post double crochet. So that's 2, and then you are going to do 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet until you get to your front post. Then you will do 2 front post double crochet there. So you have 2 front posts here, you will do your front post on each, and then double crochets all the way, then front post on each, then double crochet all the way. You will do that all the way around until you get back to the end, and then we will be doing some decreases afterwards. So just continue to do this until you get to the end, and I will see you there. Now double crochet, front post double crochet, front post double crochet, and then regular double crochet. So I'll see you at the end. So guys, and now I have come to the end of my row here, and now I'm just going to go ahead and slip stitch. So now that I have slip stitch there, I am just going to go ahead and chain up 2, and we're going to make our front post double crochet. On the next front post, you will make a front post double crochet, and where you have this first regular double crochet, so we have a total of 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So we will be eliminating 1 stitch. So you're going to yarn over, and you're going to insert your hook into the front loop here, pull through, and into the front loop on the other one, pull through, yarn over, pull through the 3 loops, yarn over and pull through, and that is going to be our first double crochet there. Then you're going to yarn over and go in both loops. So you're going to make just regular 1 double crochet on each double crochet. So once you get to your next front post double crochets here, you will do front post double crochet, and after those 2 front post double crochet, you will do a decrease. So you will be decreasing in the first 2 stitches there. So now I am at my front post. I'm going to do my front post. And now we're going to repeat the same thing. So insert your hook into the front loop, pull through into the next one, pull through, yarn over, pull through pull through 3 loops, yarn over and pull through the next 2. And that's how you're going to do your decreases, and you're just basically going to continue doing this all the way until you get to the end. You will continue to do this until you only have about 4 stitches remaining in the inner part here. So just repeat this step all the way around, slip stitch, decrease again in the first 2 stitches there, continue making regular double crochets, and you will notice that the hat starts to shrink as you go along. So I am just going to basically continue doing this all the way until I have only 4 double crochets remaining in the middle part here. So I will see you at the end. Guys, and now I have come to the end, and this is what our hat is looking like so far. So this is the inner part here, and this is the outer part. So now what you're gonna do is you are going to slip stitch, and I'm gonna do 1 more rows of decrease. So remember I told you to work until you finish off with only 4 stitches in between here of our front post double crochet. So what you're gonna do is you are going to chain up 2, and you're gonna work until you only have 3. So just doing 1 more row of decrease, and that will eliminate 1 stitch. So I just did my 2 front posts. Now I'm gonna do my decrease again. Pull through all 3, and then yarn over and pull through. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So now we have 3 here. So you're going to continue doing that all the way around until you get back to the end, and then I'll meet you there. Guys, and now I have come to the end here, and this is what our work looks like, and I'm just gonna slip stitch. So there it is. There's the back. And now what we're gonna do is we are gonna chain 1, and we are going to work half double crochets into each and every stitch around. So we're not gonna work any more front posts. We're just basically gonna work and half double crochet into each and every stitch, and we are going to do a total of about 4 to 5 rows. I will see what it looks like when I get to 4 rows. If I need to add 1 more row, I will add that to it. So I am just going to go ahead and make my half double crochets all the way around. Once I get back to the end, I will just slip stitch and make my first half double crochet into that same stitch that you slip stitch in. You will just chain 1 and make your half double crochet into that same stitch. So let me just do this round, and I'll be back with you and I'll show you. Guys, now I have come to my last stitch there, and I'm just going to go ahead and slip stitch on top of our first half double crochet. Chain 1, yarn over, go back into that same stitch and place 1 half double crochet. And if you want to use a stitch marker to mark that first stitch, you can go ahead and do so, and then you will just continue making your rows of half double crochets all the way around. So I am going to do a total of 4 to 5 rounds. So as I stated before, I will see what it looks like at 4 rows, and if it looks good, then I will stop there. So I will see you at the end. So guys, and now I have come to the end, and I'm just going to go ahead and fasten off here. and I did a total of 4 rows. So there it is. So I am just gonna go ahead and weave in this tail end. So I'm gonna go into this first half double crochet here into both loops and into the back loop on the other stitch here. Okay, so just to make that looks cute, and then you can just go ahead and weave in your remainder tail end wherever you want to put your needle, just to make sure that it is nicely tucked in. So basically the bonnet is finished, so I am gonna add some well, 2 strings on the bonnet, but if you don't want to add strings, you can just wear it as is, but I am gonna go ahead and add some strings onto it. I think I like when it is tied and it looks cute. So let me just fasten off here. So there it is. So it is cute as is. So there. But I am gonna add some strings. So what I'm gonna do now is I am gonna chain up about 70, and I'm gonna use the same hook. I'm gonna chain 70, and then once I'm at my 70 chains, I will meet back with you. Now I have come to my 70 chains, and where we just did our slip stitch here, so we're gonna count, so it would be in this stitch here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to make sure that my 5 hits here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to do it here. So I'm going to start here. Okay. And I'm attaching my string here. And the way how I just attach that, it's going to count as my first stitch. So you can see like a stitch on top of it. So if you didn't see how I did that, I'm going to redo it so you can see. So all I did was just insert my hook, pull up a loop, and do a single crochet like. And that is going to count as my first stitch there. And I'm just going to yarn over and make a half double crochet. You know what? Sorry, I'm not going to do a half double crochet. I'm just going to do single crochets. So single crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I am just going to add 5 more stitches to go onto the other side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now I'm going to go ahead and chain up 70. So I'm going to chain 70, and then I will meet back with you. I have come to my 70 chains, and I am just going to go ahead and single crochet all the way down until I get to here. Once I get to here, I am just going to go ahead and single crochet right across on these stitches, and then single crochet on this drop here. And once I get to the end, I'll just chain 1 and a single crochet all the way back down and come back to here and finish off here. So it's quite simple and easy. You're just doing basic single crochets all the way down, and you're doing it 2 times. So this is the first time, and then you're going to do it a second time. So again, single crochet all the way down, all the way on these stitches, all the way on the string. Once you get to the end, you will chain 1, single crochet all the way down again, come back all the way to here, and then we'll finish off here. So I'm going to continue doing this, and I'll see you at the end. So guys, and now I have come to the end. I have my last stitch here remaining, and I'm just gonna fasten off. So I'm gonna chain one here, and I'm gonna get my darning needle, and our bonnet is now completed. I'm just gonna go underneath the stitch here. And fasten off. So guys, our bonnet is completed, and this is what it looks like. So you can see the part here where you will do your tie. It is looking super cute. I love the way how this turned out. So guys, I hope that you were able to make one of your own. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Please do comment, tell me what you think. And if you're new, please do go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell so that you can be notified each time I post a video. Thanks again for watching, guys. Until next time, bye.